Welcome to our second video tutorial about our module reports. In the previous video tutorial, how to create a new report, we learned about the report settings, all the features, and also we went through the general group of all the fields, the widgets for your slide. Today, I would like to go through our group of fields for metrics. Let's start with the first one under the metrics group, which is used for various types of charts, and when you click on it, you are ready to define it. On the top, you will find the basic settings for your chart. How to do that we learned in the previous tutorial, but basically you just set up the size of your chart, the title setup, so the name, size of your title, color, and then you can also use the icon. And this window I would like to get back a little bit later. And now we are moving on and we are ready to set up our axis. To make your settings selection, you have to click on the Add Data Series button. And here you will see that first you have to choose your data source. Matrix data, that's a default setting, but you will see that from drop-down menu you have an option to choose AD statistic, quality alert, and safety alert statistics, and also Kaizen statistic. But for our video tutorial, I'm going to work with matrix data. Here you have to select your metric. In the right window, you have an option to either select org unit, projects, or partners, so you have to be careful with your selection. Let's say that I would like to find Torrance org unit, and it's right here. Now, here you have an option if you would like to see actual, plan, forecast data, if you would like to use the to-date function, year-to-date, quarter-to-date, month-to-date, week-to-date data, prior year, and how many years. Or you can also choose color coding based on metric value, which means you will see it either green and red depending how it is colored in your metric dashboard. In view, you can choose what view you would like to use. Column and line are the most often used ones, but you can also choose the other ones. I will choose column for my example. Let's say that I would like to see it in a blue color. And this option is, let's say that you would like to compare two metrics with different units, one in percentage, one in different units. That's when you're going to use this option, but I will get back to it and show you an example in a little bit. And of course, show values. You can also use that, and then it will show right here. And once you are done with your setting, you just hit OK. Now let's say that you would like to see this metric, but you would like to also see actual, plan, and forecast data. That way you can do it easily when you click on a copy as. You can choose which one you would like to see. So I will choose plan, and you will see that it is created right here with a different color. And the same thing I can do for forecast. When I click on it, it will be created right here with a different color. If you need to add any new metrics, you always just use this green plus button. And now we are ready to set up our x-axis settings. When you are working matrix data, you have an option to choose only time. But when you work with AD statistics, quality, safety, alert statistics, you will also have an option to choose between those two categories. Then you will select your view. Let's say that I would like to see it in a monthly view. And you also select your period. From drop-down menu, you have options to choose either rolling, fixed, exact dates, and custom rolling period. Here it's very important to mention that your chart period is based on your report period. Meaning, let's say that I would like to set up my chart period for custom rolling, and I would like to see, let's say, the one past period and one future period. And now you will see that since I am in my March report, the system automatically knows that it has to show my February and April data also. And we can continue with more settings. You can choose your default view if you would like to see it as a graph or table. You can choose if you would like chart title automatic, which is displayed right here, or if you would like to customize it and you just write title right in. Let's say I would like to be called only OTTR, and you can also hide your title. Stack values, this one is used for, let's say that you have a matrix that are somehow like related to each other and you would like to see them in this view. From drop down menu you can choose either a sum as a percentage, and for my example here you will see that I've chosen the quantity on time metric, quantity received and quantity received late. I pick a different colors for each, and I also show values for each of them, and the result is this graph. So you see those metrics stacked on each other. And then you have also option to either show legend or not, and it will be displayed right here. Before we hit done, we have a few more features to get back to and talk about. And we are also able to set up our axis settings. When you click on this button, you will see that you can set your axis type and then minimum maximum values. Since our chart is using percentage, you know that your maximum is 100. But let's say that these values are very close to each other, and for comparison you would like to be more visible and detailed. So you can choose that your minimum will be, let's say, 86. And here you will see it better for your comparison. You can also choose the title, let's say because it's percentage, I'll put percentage, and you can also choose the color and it will be displayed right here. Once you are done, you can just hit close. And I would like to get back to this feature as I promised. This is one of our greatest features. Our report module is using live data automatically from the system, which means, let's say that I'm using a metric value right here for 95 for February, and I would change the value in my metric dashboard. The report will be automatically changed and updated with that change value, which means you don't need to go back and forth and keep updating your report whenever any value is changed. It will be done automatically. But you also have options to choose if you would like to freeze data in your widget or freeze previous periods. Those are used usually with the AD statistics, quality and safety alert statistics. And if you choose this option, it means that whenever the value is changed in metric dashboard, it will not reflect the change in your report because you choose the freeze data option. And I also said that I will get back to this setting, the y-axis, the primary left side and right side. And as I said, we use it if you have a matrix that they are using a different units. And as an example, I would like to use this chart. And I have chosen that I have an OTTR calculated, which is in percentage. And then let's say that I would like to compare it with the different metric, let's say orders received. And you choose your org unit. Now you will see that it gives you this error message. And this message is letting you know that you are about to use a metric with a unit that doesn't match the other metrics assigned to the y-axis. In that case, you just have to click OK, and you have to choose the secondary y-axis for your chart. I will also choose that I want to show values. And now when we look at our chart, you will see on the left side, you will see the percentage of our OTTR metric. And on the right side, you will see the measurement units for your other metric orders received. And you will be able to display it in the same chart and compare it. And this should cover all the settings for our chart widget. Of course, once you are done with your settings, you have to hit done. And then also you have to save your slide. And the next from the group of metrics is performance statistics. Performance statistics is using statistic data directly from your metric dashboard. In TeamGuru, if you have a metric and you are collecting it for several org units, you are able to view and work with the statistics for that metric. So when you click on this bar chart of that metric, it will give you Pareto, top bottom performers, and significant movers. So to create the performance statistic widget, you just have to click on it. First, we select our basic settings. We have already covered it. You will have to choose width, height, zoom, if you would like to show block title, what size, title's name, color, and icon. And now we have to choose our source dashboard. I've already showed you that performance statistics are um, linked to your metric dashboard statistics, and that's why you have to first have a dashboard created if you would like those statistics to be used in the report. So I'm going to use the statistic of OTTR calculated towards this org unit, and I'm going to be using this dashboard. So I have to select my dashboard. And here I will select the metric that I would like to get the statistics for. So let's say OTTR calculated. Next, you choose your view if you would like to see your data daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Then you can work with your units and choose which units you would like to be shown in here. Base units only, those will be the units from your dashboard, but without the summary org unit. You can also choose only summary units. In that case, you will see there will be only TGCA data shown. And you also have options to choose all units from your dashboard or also custom view. Custom view, you will have to click on edit org unit selection and it will take you to your dashboard. And first you have to change it, the setting in your dashboard. So when you click on your statistic and then choose custom view, here you can select what org units you would like to be shown in your statistics. So when you set it up right there and then go back to your report, now it will show only those 4 units that you set it up in your custom view in your metric dashboard statistic view. And you also have that additional settings when you can choose top 5, top 10, and so on. Next, you select the value type if you would like to see actual, plan, or forecast data, and then you can also use this box to date function and choose which other data you would like to see, year to date, quarter to date, and so on. And here, so far you just see the top bottom performers because the box is checked right here, but you can also see Pareto and significant movers. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. So here you see your Pareto, you see top bottom performers, and you see significant movers. And we also have an option that you can choose don't collapse units if value is entered. And this option is used, let's say that you have several units and they have the same data. They will be all on a one line and it will say like example here multiple units, and then you are able to show the individual units. When you click here, then each unit will be on a separate row even when they have exactly the same data. And this is it for performance statistics. And the next widget that we are going to learn about is metric dashboard. And in this field for metric dashboard, you will have the basic settings again when you can choose your size, show block title, title, color, icons. You can also check show border if you want to show border with your dashboard. And you have 2 options. You can either load the existing dashboard from the system, or you can set up a completely new dashboard directly in your report. Let's start with the first option when we can load already existing dashboard. So when you click on the green plus button, it will give you a search window option. You can enter your dashboard title that is already existing in the system. I will choose this one and you can just click load. And now you will see that you have a basic metric dashboard settings. You can choose your interval from drop down menu, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. Default view, let me just move it a little bit. Default view, this is very important. You have to pay attention to your report settings, and since my report is set up for default view last, in that case you would like to choose actual for your default view, which means Since this default view has to correspond with your month or week or day of your report period, if you enter actual, then you will see the March data of metric dashboard for March. But if I would enter last, and since the settings for my report is last, in that case, you will see not March data, but you will see a February data in a March report. So you just have to pay attention to this whenever you're setting this up. Then you can choose your start of period, and then you can continue with all the other settings. You are able to show weekdays only, organize metrics in groups. If you click show group labels, you will see that your metrics will be organized by groups. You have an option to choose the full length names. Your data in your metric dashboard, it's actual data, but if you decide that you would like to also see plan and forecast data, you have to check this box. If you uncheck it and then you will have only actual data, you will see all this extra space, so you might decide that you would like to see it in more compact mode. So when you click and check this box, you will see it in a compact mode. And one of the great reports feature is you are able to see year-to-date column right next to your metrics. In our metric dashboard, you are not able to display year-to-date columns yet. So if you want to see year-to-date data, you have to click on your org unit and you will see it right there. But in reports, we are able to display these columns, and you can also decide if you would like to see those year-to-date kind of separately and at the end of your metric dashboard. So when you click on this box, now you will see that it's nicely separate from each other, and you will find it at the end of your metric dashboard. You can also decide if you would like to show periods in columns. This is the same settings as in metric dashboards. You can group by metrics or by units. And with the show periods in columns option, you have one more, and it is show latest comments. Let me show you on a different report. Let's say that you would like to see comments for your metrics for specific org unit. In that case, you will have to set up your start of period for rolling custom settings. You can choose how many months you want to see, periods back, periods forward. And you will have to check your show periods in columns. You can choose by metrics or units, and you will check this box. Now you will see that you will see all the comments for your metrics for that specific org unit and that specific period when you enter your comments in your metric dashboard, and then they will appear right here also. And next you will see all your org units, all your metrics. This is the same settings like in metric dashboards. You can work with your org units. You can edit data, delete. You can also add org unit. If you click this green plus button, the same thing goes for metrics, edit data or add metrics. And one more feature that I would like to mention, you can see your source metric dashboard right here. And let's say that you make some adjustments, modifications, you delete some org units or some metrics, but then you decide that you would like to see the metric dashboard in your report exactly as it is displayed in your metric dashboard module. In that case, you can just click this reload configuration from dashboard button, and it will appear exactly the same as in your metric dashboard module. And after that, you will just hit that you are done. Please don't forget to save all your changes to your slide. And now let's go and look at that second option for a metric dashboards widgets, and it is when you can create your custom dashboard. And custom dashboard option, it is the same process as before. You will choose your basic settings. When you click a green plus button, you will choose all your options. You can select your org units and metrics, and then you are done. In many cases, it is actually easier and faster if you use already existing dashboard and then you make your modifications. And the next widget is Tableau Workbook. And Tableau Workbook, just very quickly, it is integrated with our TeamGuru system. So if you need to see any of your Tableau documents in your reports, in our reports, you just have to enter document link right here. And that's pretty much it for our video tutorial today. In the next video, I would like to cover projects and other statistics. But in the meantime, if you have any questions or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to contact us at support@teamguru.com. We would be very happy to hear from you.